Welcome in, Leo. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. Welcome to my channel, Sage Soul Tarot. For those of you that are new, welcome back, guys. I hope you guys are doing awesome. So this is going to be your mid-month reading in love, Leo. We're going to take a look at how your person is feeling, how you're feeling, any upcoming actions. If you haven't already checked out your monthly Leo reading, feel free to do that. Might be some more details. It's going to be, that reading is pretty long, so just a heads up on that. But all right, Leo, this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Any placement in Leo. Hopefully something resonates for you guys today. As always, guys, general read, cross watchers, feel free to swap energy. Same thing for you, Leo. If it feels like I'm talking about you versus your person. But let's first take a look and see how you're feeling, see if you resonate with the cards that come out. That way you have a better idea whether or not this reading is for you. So, all right, so let's get started here. So Spirit Angels and Guides, Archangel Michael, please show me how Leo is currently feeling about the person on their mind in love. How is Leo feeling about this person on their mind in love? Give us some details on that, how Leo is feeling. Ace of Pentacles. Be dealing with an earth sign. Two of Swords coming out. So we have earth, air, a little bit of fire. All right, so I definitely feel like for some of you, right off the bat here in your feelings, I feel like you are a little bit conflicted. And there we have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like for a lot of you right now, you're in the midst of trying to make a decision whether or not this situation is going to grow into something that you're wanting, or whether or not it's just like really not worth your effort here. So not to say that you don't have feelings for this person. I feel like, there is a lot of potential. I feel like you see the potential, or are hoping that this is something that is going to make you happy in the long run here. I feel like, should I continue to go down this road? Should I continue to have hope in this situation with this person? I feel like you're realizing here, Leo, that you've been, waiting quite a while here for some of you. Could be like 2 years to see some kind of change. Even though that's swords, that's really what I'm getting off that card. That, I feel like for a long time you didn't necessarily want to see that this person created a lot of chaos, a lot of conflict in your life, and whether or not the situation is going to change. Like, I feel like you're hoping for the situation to change. Like I mentioned, I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles here showing up in your feelings, that there's, you still see the potential, but I feel like there's a part of you, I feel maybe even subconsciously, like this person just creates chaos and conflict in my life. Um, is it really worth it? Is the situation going to change, transform? I've already invested a ton of time, energy, and love in this situation with this person, but I'm not really seeing any growth. So Ace of Pentacles could definitely be talk about, growing that Ace of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like that's kind of where you're at right now, Leo. So if that resonates for you and in your situation with your person, whether or not you're dating somebody and really wanting things to go to the next level, or whether or not this person can actually make those changes in order for the situation to move forward. And I feel like you're really struggling right now, Leo, about, whether or not you should invest any more time and energy in this situation. So maybe for the longest time, you didn't want to, kind of face that reality because you did already invest a lot of time and energy and years being with this person, or not. So let's see how this person's feeling. How's this person currently feeling about Leo? The person on their mind in love. How's this person feeling about Leo currently? How's this person feeling about Leo? All right. Lots of cards want to come out. There's that Ten of Pentacles that we talked about. Okay, that's way too many cards. All right, we saw the Ace of Swords though, so I do feel like there is a truth that needs to come out, or a truth that needs to be said between you and your person here. So I feel like this person knows that they need to walk away from a situation. So for some of you, dealing with somebody who might already be in a relationship with someone else, or they might still be attached to somebody. This Queen of Cups here showing up on the bottom. Doesn't have to be for all of you, but if you know your person is, coming out of a previous relationship, or they're, stuck in a situation with somebody, whether or not that's an ex, or again, there's some sort of tie here. So this person knows that they need to like walk away from that in order to really get what they're wanting here, Leo, with the Nine of Cups. So I feel like for a lot of you, this person is under the gun here. I feel like this person's feeling like a lot of pressure here to either provide you with the Ten of Pentacles. So for some of you, if you are actually like married to this person, they're just feeling a lot of pressure, I feel like, to make you happy. For those of you that are in just dating somebody, I feel like this person is feeling a lot of pressure to provide you with the life that, or the things that you deserve. So they're struggling with that. So I don't know, for some of you, I'm picking up on this situation. If you have been dating somebody for a while, maybe you want to get engaged to this person, or you want to marry this person. This person is worried about whether or not they can actually provide you the life that you deserve in the future, and that is weighing on them. There's also a part of this person, I feel like, that feels like a little bit defeatist. Like, whatever I do, is it going to be enough for Leo? So that's not going to be for all of you. That's a pretty specific message. As well, this person, as much as they would like, I feel like, to be with you, this person definitely may have other obligations. So again, for those of you that are dealing with somebody in third party, or still attached to an ex, or obligations, whether that be kids, money, financial, I feel like this person is really in the energy of carrying that around, like they have additional responsibilities. They can't just possibly walk away from a situation, even though they really want to, because I feel like their feelings, I feel like for you here, Leo, are this Nine of Cups. So I feel like you do bring this person a lot of happiness. I feel like they do actually deeply care about you. I just feel like this person's feeling very overwhelmed with responsibilities. And if this is to come to fruition, they definitely may have to walk away from a Ten of Pentacles. So this person gives me the impression that they may have, if this is third party, they've already built a life with somebody. And, it's going to take a lot of work to get back to the Ten of Pentacles if you guys are just starting with the Ace of Pentacles. So that's not going to be for all of you, just for some of you. And I feel like that weighs heavily on this person's mind. So kind of gives me the indication here, if this is third party, or this person's still tied to their ex, in order for the two of you to be together, they definitely may have to give up a lot in order for this to get off the ground. So that could also be weighing on your person. So let's see here if this person's going to take any action towards Leo. Is this person going to take any actions towards Leo mid-April to end of April, Spirit? Actions towards Leo. So we have the Sun card coming out. I like that. Judgment. Seven of Pentacles, or pardon me, we already have the Seven of Pentacles out. Wow, Seven of Pentacles we saw on the bottom of the deck. It's the Seven of Wands. Sorry, guys. Speaking of Pentacles, there's Eight of Pentacles. All right. All right. So definitely looks to me like some of you might be dealing with somebody from a distance. Doesn't have to be. But I feel like what is being really highlighted right now is that this person, I feel like they do want to take some action here towards you, Leo, to let you know that, I feel like this person's willing to put in the time and the effort to work towards, making plans, getting together. So I feel like actually you're going to be quite happy in April. I feel like this person definitely could be reaching out to you with this Eight of Wands. We're going to clarify their actions, but see what this message is about. It's something to do with getting together here, because we have the Three of Cups. For some of you, if this person travels for work, Perhaps this person needs to make some plans here, put in some effort here about communicating that they actually do want to spend time with you. So I feel like that's being highlighted to this person. I don't know if you're bringing this to this person's attention, Leo, but I feel like it's actually the universe here. Like, it's kind of the energy of somebody wanting to spend time with you, but they don't like express it or let you know that they want to spend time with you. I feel like they've been, there's a lot of obstacles. The Seven of Wands can be obstacles. So I feel like this person definitely might communicate to you, like, distance could be an issue here in this relationship between you and them about, putting in the time and effort. So it's like, how are we going to navigate this distance? So, or how are we going to navigate these obstacles? So you and this person could have a conversation about that. For those of you that are already in a relationship with somebody, it could also be, how are we going to like build our future to get to this Ten of Pentacles? This person might, like I mentioned already, feel overwhelmed. That they can't provide you the life that you're wanting. Like, this person's already feeling like they've put in a lot of time and effort and a lot of work in order to, like, have this lifestyle that the two of you want. There could be a conversation around that as well for those of you that are already like with somebody. Um, the World, the Four of Swords, the Tower. Yeah, I definitely feel like, somebody needs to close something out. So, like I mentioned, for some of you that, this person is still tied to another situation, they need to get out of that. They need to close that cycle. I feel like they're in the midst of doing that. They also need to do some healing, though, I feel like, before everything can kind of like restart, before this person kind of feels stable again, is really what I want to say. But let's clarify their actions here. Tell me about the Sun, because I feel like this is being highlighted that this person is being woken up about, what they want. What do they really want? What is going to really bring them happiness here? And I feel like it is you, Leo, but let's see on the Judgment card here. That's Archangel Gabriel on that card, waking this person up or bringing it to their attention. Tell me about Judgment. So yeah, I feel like this person has been avoiding this conversation or trying to avoid, having any drama or any conflict. It's kind of like the card as well about, leaving somebody out in the cold here. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. So if this person is tied to somebody else, Leo, they are conflicted. So between their obligations and you, tell me about the Seven of Wands. Page of Wands, yeah. So there's definitely some obstacles to go down this path. So this really gives me the energy of, maybe this person is concerned about what their family might think about you, or this person might be concerned whether or not this can actually work, because there could be some distance for some of you. Tell me about this Eight of Pentacles and their actions. Like, I feel like this isn't the easy road for you and this person to be together, Leo. So, I'm going to be honest here. Tell me about this Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, is it almost better for this person to put in more time and effort, or is this person, should they really be focusing on themselves at this point? And again, I feel like on some level here, they're kind of torn here between, doing maybe what everybody else wants them to do and doing what they want to do. And I feel like what they really want to do is, have this happy existence, this happy relationship with Leo. I want to take a chance on the situation with Leo, grow this, but, is it better? Am I better off, spending this time working on myself? There's a lot of obstacles here still. But I do really care about Leo and I want to see Leo. I want to communicate with Leo that I do want to spend time with them. So again, I'm kind of getting like this person being torn, whether they are wanting to provide you with this Ten of Pentacles, or whether or not they can rebuild this Ten of Pentacles with you. For those of you, tell me about this Eight of Wands. Hopefully that makes sense. What's this communication about? What's this communication about, this Eight of Wands, in their actions? Yeah, definitely a message. And this Three of Cups. So we have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. There definitely could be a communication here about you and them getting together, spending some time together. I feel like this message is going to come in fast. I feel like there's also going to be a conversation about how this person has been inconsistent. So if you're just dating this person here, Leo, Page of Pentacles to me is, definitely an offer in the 3D about getting together. So again, like I mentioned, for some of you, this person planning some sort of adventure for the two of you. So this person could also be planning a trip. So if you are actually in a relationship with somebody already and or married, this could be this person proposing to you that, we need to spend some time together and stop focusing just on ourselves and, do something fun for the two of us to kind of like reignite that spark between the two of you. We have the King of Wands on the bottom. So that's pretty specific. That's not going to be for all of you, but I feel like this person is being called to, like the Sun in the Ten of Cups is like really highlighting what's important. So I feel like this person is realizing what's important. And I don't know, maybe for some of you, if you've had some sort of discussion around money recently, or the lack of their on money, they are, wanting to bring to either your attention here, Leo, or talk about, I feel like this person is finally maybe seeing the error of their ways of not seeing what's important. And what's important here is spending time with Leo, happiness, focusing on the happiness and joy of life and not maybe so much on material things. I'm also getting that. So I feel like, expect a message from your person here, Leo. I definitely feel like there is communication coming, and it is definitely going to be around how this person, hasn't really been showing up for you. And definitely could be an offer here. I'm not crazy about the Knight of Wands on the end here, but we do have the King of Wands on the bottom and the Two of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there's also, if you're just, if this is the situation where you've never really been 100% in a relationship with this person, they are also, I feel like, a little bit concerned. So if you haven't seen this person for a while here, Leo, I feel like they're a little concerned about, okay, well, how's this going to go? I'm going to, put this invitation out to Leo about getting together, spending time together, but what am I going to get? What am I going to get? You know, how's that going to go? I feel like this person is like, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is really coming together, wanting to spend time together, collaborating. This person's a little bit worried about that. Especially if you and this person, Leo, if you have unresolved conversations or things that you've really wanted to say to this person for a while, and then you're finally seeing them in person. Again, I feel like this person's a little bit worried, and I feel like that's what this Five of Swords is, is that they're a little bit concerned. For others of you, that's not the situation and you're married to somebody or already, living with somebody. I feel like this person has just been, avoiding taking some responsibility. avoiding, having conversations either about money, about, how we're going to overcome these obstacles that we've created. So maybe if you're living with somebody and you and them, maybe between the two of you, you have a lot of debt. How are we going to get to this Ten of Pentacles? You know, again, this could be a conversation that hasn't happened yet, but a situation that's like brewing underneath the surface. And in order to kind of get back to what's really important, so maybe the two of you have been more concerned about, it's easy to kind of get wrapped up in that, you know, what are the Joneses doing kind of energy, right? And back to reality about what your actual situation, your financial situation is. So that could definitely be, you know, and working more as a team instead of individually. I'm also getting that on that 8 and that 9 of Pentacles. And then we have the 10. So I definitely feel like there's going to be a pretty truth-telling conversation, somebody realizing what's really important. And I feel like that's you, Leo. I feel like this person's going to try and show up, try and have a conversation about whatever issues is currently plaguing your relationship. And again, for each of you, hopefully I did a decent job kind of separating the situations, but it definitely looks like you and this person are going to be spending some time together and realizing really what's important here in your relationship. So I do like it. I do like it. Let's pull some messages if you're in no contact or the situation's a little bit complicated, shall we say. So if this is third party or you and your person are kind of in a weird phase right now, or maybe not talking as much. All right, that card wanted to come out, so we'll take it. It says you speak to me. Whoops. All right, and then I feel you even though we are apart. And this one is I hid who I really am from you. All right, we'll see if those cards want to come out. Other messages for Leo here. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I wish I could share my good news with you. So many things remind me of you. It was my fault, but I blamed you, and I couldn't let you get close to me. The bottom of the deck, I'm becoming a better person. So I like this, Leo. I just feel like, whatever issues you and your person have that have been going on for a while, whether that be, money, talking about being realistic about, your future and how you're going to get there, I feel like it's important. It's a message for somebody as well. This person just really realizing what is actually important in life. And, at the end of the day, money's great. Having financial security is great. But at the end of the day, if you don't have happiness and love and joy and you're robbing yourself of that, then and not, putting such emphasis on that instead of what's actually important, like people, relationships, love, that kind of thing. I feel like that is, this person is kind of waking up to that and realizing what's important here, which is you, I feel, Leo. Um, so yeah, I feel like you and this person are going to spend some time together in a positive way by the end of April. So however that works here, mid-April to end of April. Time is fluid. But yeah, so that's what I've got for you, Leo. This looks good. I feel like, this conversation's, you need to have this conversation with this person in order to kind of like move through this energy right now. But I feel like you are going to be quite happy here with this situation. I feel like you're going to see some change, which I feel like, that was what was coming through in your feelings that you're really wanting. So I feel like there is going to be a change in energy. So I love that. I think you're going to be, either more, have more knowledge by the end of April about what direction, whether or not you want to stay with this person, whether or not this person can be consistent in their energy. So for those of you that are just dating somebody, can this person show up? So just pay attention, be observant, I feel, if you're in that situation. And then I guess same thing for others of you that are already in a relationship with somebody and or married. You know, see how this person shows up. Can they be consistent? Can you guys stay on the same page here and have, like, work as a team, right, towards whatever your goals are here? So, all right, Leo, I'm getting your reading here. If it did resonate, if you could let me know by hitting the like button or making a comment. If you are interested in a personal read, just reach out to me. It's just sayitsoultarot@gmail.com. The email address is in the description box of this video, and hopefully this resonated. I am going to try and do an all signs probably before the end of the month. I haven't done a twin flame reading either in a while, so I might try and get those out before the end of the month. But I really thank you for being here. Hopefully you made it to the end. And you guys take care, and hopefully I'll see you again.